Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game 35 of the 2018 Colorado Rockies Super Advanced Stratomatic Replay on the TribeFan879 YouTube channel. My name is Tim, and I'll be calling your action today. So the Rockies are heading to Citi Field to take on the Mets, and today's pitching matchup is Freeland for the Rockies and Noah Syndergaard, Thor, for the New York Mets. And we'll just get started. We'll just kind of announce players as they come up or make plays, as we always do. And leading off and playing center field is Charlie Blackmon. So lefty-righty matchup. And here is today's first pitch. And against the lefty, that's high, ball 4. So Charlie Blackmon with the leadoff walk. And Syndergaard is a terrible hold, and Lobatone is an even worse throwing arm. So, yes, he will be a +3. So if Blackmon gets the lead, it's a 1-19. Here's the try for the jump. No, just missed. They will hold him on, although now the second rating is only a 6, so they will just hold him on. And that will bring up David Dahl, the right fielder, with Blackmon on first. Okay, nothing on the 20 there. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. We are not playing injuries because we are playing as played lineups. And here's the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. And that's a swing and a line drive, and that'll get down for a base hit. Hitting second and not stopping there is Blackmon. He will stop at third. And the Rockies have runners on the corners with 1 out. And here is Gerardo Parra with a chance to put the Rockies ahead here. And he will do exactly that as the Havoc die does nothing. Line drive, base hit up the middle. Blackmon easily trots home. And Arenado hits second. He won't stop there. He will go to third. And the Rockies are playing the wheels on the bus go round and round. Here, 1-0 Rockies with runners on the corners and 1 out. And here's Trevor Story, the shortstop. And that's okay. Oh, that's a line drive, and it just gets past the shortstop. And the only way the ballpark single is a 1 for the ballpark single, and that's what was rolled. So Trevor Story with a base hit that just gets by the shortstop. Arenado comes in to score, and it's 2-0 Rockies. And here's Ian Desmond playing first base today. And that will be no balk rate, and it's a 2, so that'll be a. And then here's the 2, so it's balk rating, but Syndergaard does not have a balk. So we will re-roll. That goes to the third baseman, that's Frazier. He is a 3 range, so a 7. Well, means that he will get there. We're not holding anybody on. We should be, but we're not. And 18 and an 8. There is no 8, but that is a G3. So everybody moves up as Frazier had to charge hard at that. His only play is to first. However, runners move up to second and third with 2 outs. And that brings up the second baseman, Daniel Castro. I'll put this kind of over his. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see the card, but okay. Castro, the right-handed hitting second baseman. And he swings and misses, strike 3. So the Rockies leave 2. However, they score 2. And after a half inning, it's the Rockies 2 and the Mets coming to bat. And Freeland has to enjoy that 2-run cushion he gets before he even takes the mound. And leading off and playing center field is Juan Lagares. And Juan Lagares is not as lucky as Trevor Story was. That's a line drive caught by the shortstop. Speaking of Story, he catches it for the first out. And here is Yoenis Cespedes, the left fielder. And that's to the second baseman Castro. He'll get there. It's a little shaky on the throwing arm. 22 and an 11. No, 12 would have been an error, but an 11 is okay. So Castro gets it, throws to first, and that's 2 away here in the bottom half of the first with nobody on, and the Rockies leading 2-0. And here's the second baseman is Drupal Cabrera. And that's a ground ball to second. Castro over to first, and that will retire the side in order in the first. And we go to the top half of the second. The Rockies lead 2-0. And Syndergaard looked to have a little bit cleaner first inning than that. Here's Tony Wolters, the catcher. And Syndergaard plunks him. And the Mets will bring the corners in now. That'll leave Freeland to be a D bunter. So we will just roll the 2 D6s and the D20 in case there's some wild pitch shenanigans. Which there is not. A D and an 8. So I doubt you can see this, but I'm going to show it anyway. So D and an 8 is a 1 and 2, and essentially what that means is that it's a 1 and 2 count. And if you get the same result again, it's a foul ball and a bunt attempt with 2 strikes. So they will try it again. Oops, I forgot to roll the third die for where it goes. All right, so they'll try it again. And a 6, and a D and a 6 is defense. So what will happen is that with Wolters running, he'll be 12. You minus the 4. So that takes him down to an 8. And then you take the catcher's defensive rating. Lobaton is a 3. 1 to 11. No, they'll just let it go. If it was less than 50%, I might give it a shot, but not with it being the second inning and, still early. So that'll be 2-4 on the sacrifice as Freeland gets the bunt down with 2 strikes. So the bench gives him some handshakes and some congratulations for getting a bunt down with 2 strikes. And that'll bring up Charlie Blackmon, who walked and scored his first time up. And Lobaton is a pass ball of 0, so that will not matter. So we might as well just, if it's a 2, just re-roll it no matter what. So no balk rating and no pass ball rating. So, and once again, boy, the Rockies getting that lucky D20. That 1 means it's a single for Charlie Blackmon. Wolters has to stop at third, but the Rockies have runners on the corners with 1 out. And here's David Dahl, who struck out his last time up. And that's a ground ball to second. Cabrera to Ahmed Rosario. Over to Wilmer Flores. We'll call it 2. Double play. And that ends the inning. So going to the bottom half of the second, the Rockies lead 2-0. And here's Kyle Freeland. He will face the Todd father, Todd Frazier, playing third base today. And Frazier, line drive base hit. That'll get down, and that'll get cut off by center fielder Blackmon. And the Mets have a base runner, and they will... the Walters -3. They will they'll hold him on, but he will not go. And here's Wilmer Flores, the first baseman. Excuse me. That's a fly ball center field. Blackman will take care of that. And that's one away. And here's Jay Bruce, the right fielder. And that's a... line drive. Caught by Desmond. He'll step on the bag himself, and they double off Frazier, who was not paying attention, and that'll end the inning. So line drive double play, and that'll end the bottom half of the second. We go to the top half of the third. The Rockies lead 2-0. And here is Nolan Arenado. And that's low and outside, ball 4. And Arenado has reached base for the second time today. And here is Gerardo Parra, who just signed a deal in Japan so that he wouldn't have to go through the minor league deals. So here's Gerardo Parra. And that is a ground ball back to the mound. Syndergaard, not good range. That'll get through. Will he make an error? He's an E19. Ooh, E19 and a 13. No. But he'll get to it, but just hang on to it. Stick it in his back pocket. And Parra is 2 for 2 on the day, as the top half of the Rockies order is doing some damage. And here's Trevor Story. He reached on a single his first time up. So nothing there. So not this time. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Syndergaard gets Story swinging. And here is Ian Desmond with runners on first and second. And that's a ground ball to short. This time it's Rosario over to Cabrera, over to Flores, and that's for the second straight inning. That's an inning-ending double play. We go to the bottom half of the third. The Rockies lead 2-0. And here is Jose Lobaton. And we'll get his card here. I don't think you'll be able to see much of it, but here we go. All right, so here's Lobaton against Freeland. Not really good against lefties. So I'll hope they get it off of the pitcher card, and he does. And that's right back to the mound. Freeland, like Syndergaard, not great with the range, but looks like he might get to it. Can he throw out the... Lobaton, well, he's an E0, so all he has to do is get to it. He will. Actually, 4 for a pitcher is not terrible. So, Freeland gets to it, throws to Desmond, that's one away. And here's Noah Syndergaard. The Mets have tried batting the pitcher 8th. Okay. The old Tony La Russa style. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3, as Syndergaard swings and misses. Took a mighty cut and strikes out. So that's 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Here's Ahmed Rosario. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Freeland has pitched to 9 batters through 3 innings. And we go to the top half of the fourth. The Mets trail 2-0. And here is Daniel Castro. Here's his card. And Castro facing Syndergaard. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Castro is 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. And here's Tony Walters, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. Not this time. Line drive base hit. This will get to the gap. Cutting it off. Walter is going into second, slides, and he's safe. Oops, sorry. Left-handed batter, sorry. Nope. That's only a single, my bad. He's not a right-handed hitter, he's a left-handed hitter. 5-6 is only a single on a 13, so my bad. Freeland be a debuncher because they're going to play in. So same as last time, we'll roll the 20 to make sure there's no shenanigans. 7 might be okay, actually. So D and a 7 is actually okay. So you can probably see there. So he will get the second, but not via hit, but he'll have to get there. That goes to the pitcher. Yes. So we'll call it 1-4 on the sacrifice. Walters goes to second, and they go back to the top of the order for Charlie Blackmon, who's reached base twice today. He walked in the first and singled in the second. That's nothing there. And Blackmon swings and misses strike 3, so that will end the top of the fourth. The Rockies leave 1 on 1 hit. And we go to the bottom half of the fourth. The Rockies lead 2-0. And Juan Lagares leading off, and he will ground to Arenado. Throws to Desmond. That's 1 away. And here is Yoenis Cespedes. That's a long drive. Deep center field. Going back on it is Blackmon. He leaps and cannot get it. Home run, Yoenis Cespedes. And the Mets cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1 Rockies. As the one finally came up for the Mets in the situation they needed it. And here is Asdrubal Cabrera, 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And here is Todd Frazier, 2 outs and nobody on. And he swings and misses, strike 3. So the Mets get a run on the Cespedes homer. However, they still trail 2-1. We go to the top half of the fifth. And Syndergaard may only be pitching until his next time to hit, as he's already through the Rockies batting order twice. This will be his third. He just started his third time through. And here is David Dahl, struck out and grounded into a double play. So 0 for 2 on the day. But not this time, as he says, Yoenis Cespedes, anything you can do, I can do better. And he crushes one. And Cespedes and Lagares don't even go after it. It's long gone, and the Rockies regain the 2-run advantage, and it's now 3-1 Rockies. And here's Nolan Arenado, who's reached base twice today, and he'll reach base another time as that's low and outside, ball 4, and oof, they might start looking for the bullpen help. They have Jerry Blevins loosening in the pen. And Nolan Arenado's not going anywhere, so they're not going to hold him on. That's nothing. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So the first time they've gotten Parra out today. And here is Trevor Story. This will probably be it for Thor. 6. That's a ground ball to the second baseman. That's Cabrera. Oof. This will be a tough play. No, he will not get to it. Or he'll get to it, but he won't have a play, believe. No, he won't get he won't get Story going to first. Arenado goes to second. And here's Ian Desmond, and this might be his last Syndergaard's last batter. Well, they'll let him try to finish the inning, and here's Daniel Castro with 2 on and 2 out. Let me get Castro's thing in front of you here. Okay, 3-2, and that's a ground ball right back to the box. Syndergaard will take care of it, and that'll retire the side. So Syndergaard has gone 5. Blevins will come in. We'll just have to figure out what we're going to do with them, because we might have to do a double switch. And here is Kyle Freeland, who's done pretty well so far, giving up the 2 hits in 4 innings. Give the home run to Cespedes in the 4th. Oops, that's a 1er there for the Rockies, not a 0. That's a 1er, so it's 3-1 now. And here's Wilmer Flores. And Wilmer Flores, line drive, that'll get all the way to the wall. And they get it in, but Flores is standing at second, and that's a leadoff double for Wilmer Flores. Here's Jay Bruce. Nothing there. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. That's Story. We'll get to that. That's the Rockies play fantastic defense, sans Blackman. 14 and a 12. No, that's fine. So a G1 with a runner on second. The right means that if the ball goes to the shortstop, you have to decide whether you want to try to get him out. They will not. So I'll take the sure out. And Flores stands on third. Although, they'll take the sure out. Okay, and here is Lobatone, the catcher. Get his card. Get Kyle Freeland back in the frame. And here's Lobatone, the switch hitting catcher, with a runner on third. So he does all he does is get the ball to the right side of the infield, and it's back to a 1-run. And Lobatone does exactly that. Not a ground ball. Fly ball, deep left field. Parra will have room, but that'll get the run home from third. As Lobatone it becomes a second out, but we are now back to a 1-run ball game. Six and 7. And we will have a pinch hitter for Syndergaard. I'm going to keep him. Brandon Nimmo will pinch hit for Syndergaard. Okay, and 2 outs, nobody on with the run in. So here's Nimmo with the bases empty. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So that'll take care of the Mets here in the 5th. They get the run back. However, they still trail 3-2. All right, and Freeland will still be okay. And this is only a second time through. All right, Jerry Blevins will now come in the game for Syndergaard as he throws 5 innings, gave up 3 runs on 7 hits. He walked a couple and didn't strike that many out. So here is Blevins. So it doesn't make my job easier when the Mets bat the pitcher 8th. I gotta kind of use a lettering system. You'll see I put letters up here and then put their names over here. So Blevins, the first reliever. That's when you see the little one with the circle. That's the first reliever. So that's what that is. All right, so here is Tony Walters. He is 1 for 1 on the day with a hit by pitch and a single. And Tony Walters is the human pincushion today because he just got hit for the 2nd time today and he is not happy. And the bunting machine Kyle Freeland now comes in. He'll be a debunter, but that hasn't stopped him from laying 2 sacrifice bunts down today. And this time, Blevins is a 2, so 50-50 to get the runner at second. Yeah, they will try to get the runner at second. The throw to second is in time. Let me make sure that's right. It's within 1 to 10. Oh, no. He is safe because it's within his running range. If it would have been above, he's out. So he is safe. Sorry. And they will call that a sacrifice bunt, but he gets on, I guess. So that backfired for the Mets as now runners are on first and second. And here is Charlie Blackmon. Fly ball to the left fielder. That is Cespedes. That was a 17, I believe. And he should get to that 9 and a 17 for center fielder. Left fielder. Okay, 9 and a 7. Yeah, he'll get to that 17. That should be a G1 or 3 and a 17. That's an F3. So shallow fly ball. Cespedes takes care of it. That's the first out of the inning. And here's David Dahl. And the die jumps the shark again. We have a die. Oh, short die delay. Foul ball. And here is the 2-2 pitch to Dahl. And that's in the dirt. So that's it's nice stop by Lobatone. And now we'll try the 3-2 pitch here. And this time we'll have to have some action because, excuse me, swing and a miss, strike 3. So runners still remain on first and second. And here's Nolan Arenado. He has been on base 3 times today. And 1-8. And that's a long fly ball. Deep left center. Going back on it is Cespedes. Kiss it goodbye. 3-run homer for Arenado. And maybe the Rockies thank the Mets for trying to get Walters out at second. And as Arenado trots around the bases, and the Rockies now have a 6-2 lead thanks to the 3-run homer by Arenado. And Blevins will try to get the last out, but he's not going to be much longer for this game. And Gerardo Parra base hit, and that'll be it for Blevins. So that would have been a normal home run. And here is A.J. Ramos coming into the game. Let me get his card. So here is A.J. Ramos. I'll kind of put him under here. I don't know how well you can see that, but let me see here. Yeah, pretty well. All right, so then there's A.J. Ramos. He will pitch, and Blevins goes 2/3 of an inning, giving up 3 runs. He'll probably just pitch. I don't know. We might let him. Might just pitch to this batter for Trevor Story. All right, Ramos, the righty, swing and a miss, strike 3. So A.J. Ramos has to come in and clean up the mess, but the Rockies get 3 here in the 6th, and they lead 6-2. The Story goes down. Okay. Okay, Freeland will come out for the 6th. This will be his point of weakness inning. Here's Ahmed Rosario. Only his 2nd time up. And that's a ground ball to Arenado. Usually the very good fielding third baseman. 15 and a 14 for a third baseman. Oh, that splits the difference. 13 and 15 are errors, but not a 14. So, nice play by Arenado. Gets Rosario at first, and he has some wheels. And here is Juan Lagares, 0 for 2 on the day. That's a ground ball to second baseman Castro, over to Desmond. That's 2 away. And here's Yoenis Cespedes. And Cespedes homered his last time up, and he'll drop in a single here for the Mets to get a base runner with 2 outs. And here is Asdrubal Cabrera, 0 for 2 on the day, grounded out and struck out. And wow, one has come up a lot on these D20s. And that'll mean a base hit for Cabrera as he gets the ballpark single. And this will probably be the last batter for Freeland. Here's Todd Frazier. Nothing there. And that's a fly ball to left field. Parra will camp under it and make the catch. And that'll retire the side here in the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th. The Mets do not score, and the score going into the top of the 7th, the Rockies 6, the Mets 2. And Ramos, who pitched to the last batter in the 6th inning, will start off the 7th, although Hansel Robles will be loosening in the pen. We'll maybe let him pitch to the... So we'll get the Ramos' card here. Well, let's see, righty. We'll let him pitch to the first 2 batters, and then we'll let Robles pitch to the lefty. So that's how we'll do this. So here is the Ramos card, and here is Ian Desmond. So the righty-righty matchup. 5-9 swing and a miss, strike 3. So Desmond goes down on strikes, and here's Daniel Castro, as we will kind of move this down, as this will be in reverse, as Castro's card is right there. And here's Castro and Ramos, righty matchup. Let's see, Castro is normal power. Sorry. 6-11. Fly ball. Deep left field. Going back on it is Cespedes, and that ball is gone. So Daniel Castro, who has normal power against both righties and lefties, and 6'11" is a ballpark home run. It's 1-9 for righties, and that's a 6. And that'll be it for AJ Ramos. He goes 2/3 of an inning, and we will bring in Hansel Robles as he will pitch to Walters, and then we'll pinch hit for Freeland. And warming up is Brian Shaw. Yep, so Shaw will loosen in the bullpen. They'll have Tony Walters bat with Robles pitching. So let me add another. That'll be the third reliever for today. And he'll face Tony Walters, hit by pitch twice and singled. He won't get hit this time. This will be a ground ball to the shortstop. Rosario over to first, and that's 2 away. And pinch hitting for Kyle Freeland is Carlos Gonzalez. All right, so here is Carlos Gonzalez pinch hitting with Robles pitching with 2 outs and nobody on. That's a fly ball left field. Cespedes 3 and a 7. Oh, he has a beat on it. Can he make the nice diving catch? What is that? 9 and a 6. Yes, he will. Nice diving catch by Cespedes. That'll retire the side. However, the Rockies add another run. Now it's 7-2 Rockies. And Carlos Gonzalez is now going to grab some pine. Kyle Freeland is done for the day. Brian Shaw will come in and try to not put gas can on this fire here. Okay, so Shaw. All right, here's against Flores, the righty. And just as I mentioned that, long fly ball, deep left field, and that ball is gone. So Wilmer Flores has just tagged Brian Shaw, and people in Denver are pulling their hair out going, what do you mean we picked this guy up in free agency? And here's Jay Bruce, as the Mets now trail 7-3. And Jay Bruce has just tattooed one to the gap. That'll go off the wall. And Brian Shaw doesn't look like he's going to be long for this game. Jake McGee is loosening in the pen. And here is Jose Lobaton, the catcher, with a runner on second and nobody out, and a run in. And that'll go away. Oops, Lobaton. Sorry. 3-7 righty. And he will take ball 4. And just like that, Bud Black is going to come out and says, I've seen enough of this garbage. Here's Jake McGee as Shaw faces 3 batters and can't get it out. And we'll get a pinch hitter for oops. All right, so Michael Conforto will pinch hit for Hansel Robles. So he goes 2/3 of an inning. All right, so here's Conforto, lefty-lefty matchup with runners on first and second. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So McGee gets Conforto on strikes. And here is Ahmed Rosario, the shortstop, 0 for 2 on the day. McGee would love a double play ball here. But he'll take a strikeout as well. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and back-to-back strikeouts for the Mets. With 2 outs and runners on first and second, and a run in, and here is Juan Lagares. He is 0 for 3 on the day. And that's a base hit center field. Actually, 3-6 against the lefty. That's center field, yes. Rounding third and heading home is Bruce. He will score. Heading to third is Lobatone. And don't look now, but it's a 7-4 ball game. And here's Cespedes with being the tying run. You will face the lefty, Jake McGee. And swing and a miss, strike 3. So McGee strikes out the side. The Mets get 2. 7th and... oh boy. We're running a little short on pitching here. Actually, no, we're not. Robert Gesellman will come into the game. Cabreras. No, he's the first one up. So Gesellman will come in for Flores, or Robles, I should say. All right, and he will face Charlie Blackmon, as McGee might get pushed. No, we'll have Adam Ottavino loosening in the pen. So after 7 complete, it's the Rockies 7, the Mets 4, and Gesellman will be the new pitcher. Okay. And he will be the 5th pitcher of the day. 4th pitcher, I should say, 4th. And here's Charlie Blackmon, 1 for 3 on the day with a walk. He will not need the Havoc die. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3, as Gesellman takes care of the lefty Blackmon. And here's David Dahl. That's a fly ball to center field. That's easy play for Lagares, and that's 2 away here in the top half of the 8th. And Arenado has reached base for the 5th time today with that 1-8 roll. Oof. They will not hold him on. Here's Gerardo Parra, 3 for 4 on the day with 3 singles. Not this time. Ground ball to the second baseman, Cabrera. Over to Flores, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. I think we will leave... we'll have Adam Ottavino come in. I guess someone will probably stay in the game. But we won't have McGee stay in. Ottavino and... if Ottavino gets through 1, 2, 3, they will have Wade Davis loosening in the pen. All right, so here is Adam Ottavino, third reliever of the day. And here is Asdrubal Cabrera. And that's a lefty. That's ball 4. So not a good start for Ottavino. And they will not hold Cabrera on. Here is Todd Frazier. 1 for 3 on the day. And just like the pitcher's best friend, ground ball to Arenado, over to Castro, on to Desmond. We'll call it 2. Double play. 2 outs, nobody on. And here's Wilmer Flores, as Ottavino appreciates that. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So quick work for Ottavino and the Rockies here in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. Wade Davis is loosening in the pen. And Gesellman will come out for a second inning. And here is Trevor Story, the shortstop. And that's a fly ball to left. Cespedes will come in and make the play. And here is Ian Desmond. And that's a line drive, and that'll get down and into the gap. Desmond hits first. He's not stopping there. Into second base and standing with a double. And here is Daniel Castro. And let me put his card back up here. All right, here is Daniel Castro.